Hello class, so today we're going to make this little fishy and we're going to make it out of tissue. So let me show you how that's going to work. We need water and we need tissue. All right, so I'm going to put the tissue kind of off to the side and put my water right there. All right, so first you're going to need one piece of tissue for the body. So you're simply going to take this tissue and I would scrunch it up. If you leave it like that and get it in the water, then you're trying to pick it up and it's breaking. If you just bunch it up and dip it in and take it out, I missed the little spot. If you can see, I didn't quite get it all wet. I'll just go doop. There we go. So now I'm going to shape it to look like a fish. And your fish could be round shape. Your fish could be long shaped. You're just gonna make this, it's not sticky, it won't stick to itself. You're just gonna make this tissue any way, any shape of a fish that you want. And since the first fish that I did is a long fish, I think I'll do a round fish this time. All right, so that is my fish's body. Now he needs a tail, so another piece of Kleenex. Actually, we're gonna make him a little bigger with a second piece of Kleenex, and then we're gonna make a tail. So we're gonna bunch that up, stick it in the water and pull it out quickly. You don't want it to be in there too long. I need to wring out a little bit of that water. And not easy to open. And if it rips, that's okay. And I'm just gonna stick him on there and shape him as round as I can. There we go. Now I got a big round fish. Doesn't that look like fish lips? I didn't mean to do that, but hey, that's awesome. That accidentally came out to fish lips. I'm gonna leave that. That's really cool. I need a tail. So I'm going to dip this in the water and do my best to make it a tail. Kind of shape it. It's not easy because it's not sticky like clay. So you just do your best to try to make it kind of look like a triangle. That'll work. I like his little fish lips. Now here's the thing. These two pieces aren't gonna stick together. It's not like Play-Doh. So what we have to do to make them stick is wrap him in a blanket. This is his blanket. Once we've got two pieces of tissue to make a fish body, one piece of tissue to make a fish tail. And if it's a little, let's dry up, he's a little wet all around here. Let's dry some of that up. So dry everything up around your fish. We'll throw that out later. We'll put that off to the side. Let's just make sure he's pretty dry around. You don't want it wet around there. He can be wet, but we don't want the table wet when you put his blanket on. Wrap the fishy in a blanket and look at that. Ooh. Let's flip him over and continue wrapping him. So I wrapped it. It's like wrapping a present. Wrap. Wrap. And all the water is absorbing it in. All right, well, we gotta squeeze this in, don't we? We can't have that tail disappearing in the blanket. I've got some air. You can see some air puffing up, and that's just fine. So squeeze in here so that his tail, if there's air, don't worry about it. It won't hurt anything. It just kind of looks cool. And we're just gonna shape him like that. And now when we go to set him in the drying rack, he will dry just like that. And next class when we come back, we can paint him. So again, you need two tissues to make the body, and you can do it at the same time. So there's the body of our fish. One tissue to make the tail. I'm gonna fold it in half like that when I put it in the water. Stick his tail on there. Dry the water up all around him with an extra tissue. You don't want a wet table. Blanket. Let's put a blanket on our fishy. Blanket. And then we gotta roll him over so that we can fold the blanket. See how the pieces are separate? But the blanket is gonna make sure they stay together. Oops, let's get that piece out here. Don't worry if you get any rips. It happens. We're folding him like a little fishy present. And then we're just gonna squeeze to make his tail show up. And then he is ready for the drying rack. So you're gonna pick up your little fishy. You're gonna take him to the drying rack that I show you what shelf to put him on, and you're gonna let him dry. Now, hopefully next class they'll be dry enough and we can paint them. So have fun, class.